huge lead, right? Oh, yeah. All right, obviously this.
And this breaking news, a stolen vehicle pursuit.
Let's go up to Desmond Shaw live overhead in Sky 9. Des?
Pat and Juan, we are westbound on Florence Avenue right now. This is the pursuit of an allegedly stolen truck. Looks like a Ford F-150 that's missing 2 tires now. This is LA County Sheriff's deputies. It started with the Norwalk Pico division that was following this vehicle, and they actually lit it up, and it seemed like the vehicle was going to pull over. They actually did pull over, but then they tried to take off. Now, a really smart and quick deputy was able to throw out a spike strip, and they did take out 2 of the tires. We believe it's at least one of the, maybe the rear passenger tire, and one of the front tires. Unclear. It might be both of the tires on the right-hand side. Now, this person's already hit a parked vehicle. Doesn't look to have been too serious of a collision. I don't really see any damage on this vehicle, but trying to steer this vehicle with only 2 good tires, this big Ford F-150, not really high speeds, probably can't achieve them right now, but the pursuit continues here westbound on Florence Avenue, Pat and Juan.
You know what, Desmond, do we know if there's only one person in that truck, the driver?
Pat, they're saying 2 people. They believe there's 2 people in the vehicle. I believe the deputy was able to verify that when they did pull the vehicle over, and I think they started walking up to the vehicle when the driver decided to take off. And again, that's when they were able to get a spike strip out there pretty quickly. There may have been another deputy just down the street blocking traffic, so that's why, fortunately, they were able to take a couple of the tires out. But you can see, despite that, this vehicle is still going. Just because they have some flat tires doesn't mean that these can't last for quite some time longer.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, Desmond, watching this truck go down the street there. Even with 2 missing tires, it's pretty much staying in that one lane we see here right there. Obviously no word whether or not this was a work truck or not, but you can see some things there in the bed of the truck. So far, all we know is that this truck was stolen, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much all we know. Was stolen. Oh, a bit of a maneuver.
Wow.
Did he just hit somebody there? I saw some that looked like smoke flying up or something that might have traded paint with that car next to him there. A quick maneuver, but yeah, just allegedly stolen. 2 people in the vehicle. Not sure what that is in the bed, but yeah, stolen Ford. I believe an F-150. Not an expert on if this is a 150 or a 250 or that. I believe it's the 150 with the extended cab. You may have seen LA County Sheriff's deputies helicopter in our shot there. That is their spotlight as we cross the LA River and going to be crossing the 710 freeway as well. Just about 30 miles an hour. Hasn't really been able to get up to any high speeds. Was briefly on the freeway, even with some flat tires, but then decided to get off the freeway, which was, well, probably a smarter maneuver. But then he did hit a parked vehicle. That may have just been a minor collision, though, because you can see not seeing any major damage of any kind on this stolen truck.
All right, now he's down to what, 16 miles per hour now. Desmond, is he stopping for a light, or is this just the vehicle probably being incapacitated and him pulling over possibly? Well, I do see a light there.
Let's see if this is. Yeah, there is a light here, but we've seen him go through a red light before. Hand out of the vehicle. Maybe this is it.
Yeah.
How about
just
that?
threw out the
All right,
keys.
so, yeah, just when it was getting kind of dangerous there, keys thrown out the window, hand out. Looks like they might want to text one more person before they go to jail for the night. Might even be wearing a mask here. I think I can see that in the lens, but let's see here if they do indeed comply. But a pretty good sign so far at the intersection of Walker and Florence in Southgate.
All right, well, it doesn't seem like they made too much of a distance in terms of where this started. in Downey and went through, well, Norwalk, Downey, Bell Gardens, and now this is apparently coming to an end here. He hasn't really gotten out of the vehicle yet. We've just seen the keys being thrown out. The person has had his hands up. Now he's back in the cab for some reason. Well, maybe he's coming out now.
Interesting too, Pat, that he decided to stop here in this intersection. I wonder if the truck just became
Wait a
that
minute.
much harder to drive.
See, we've been saying he. Is this a female?
It looks like a female, and we'll see if the passenger
Yeah.
is a male or female. Unclear on that so far, but yeah, the driver was a woman. It looks to be complying here. Just need to get down here, just lifting up to make sure. They want to make sure that they don't have any weapons in their waistband or anything like that. So going through the protocol so far, following everything. And this is the second time now that this person has stopped. The first time they pulled a fast one on the deputies and tried to speed away when the officer got out of the car. But you can see it was to no avail, and this time it definitely looks for real.
Yeah. What's interesting, Pat, usually you see when they stop a male suspect, he lifts his shirt, as Desmond was saying, to show his waistband. They actually made her lift her hair up.
Yeah, well, that was the big clue, too, that was a female
Yeah.
getting out of the vehicle besides...
A lot of hair.
Right, besides the boots they were wearing. Well, they are taking her into custody. And, you know, Desmond, we said 2 people, right? So the other passenger has not
Yeah,
moved.
I did.
If there's
I did
another
see some
passenger.
hands out the window though from the passenger side. So you know they want to do one at a time, try to limit
Yeah.
the movement as much as possible. It just makes just one less thing to worry about. So, and I believe I can see the passenger door creaked open here just a little bit. I did see some hands earlier. So now they'll be shouting out the commands to that person to come out from the passenger seat, and we should hopefully call this a code 4. You can still see somebody though kind of fidgeting around in there actually. Who knows what they're doing, but deputies definitely calling for them to get out of the vehicle and surrender.
Yeah, and they certainly are. They backed up a bit there. Did you notice that? With their guns drawn? They backed up a bit because not sure if this person maybe had their hands. Seems like I can see movement. Well, door opening now.
Yeah, I think probably just needed a few minutes to gather their emotions. And this looks like it might be a female as well.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe a little Thelma and Louise here in Southgate, Pat Juan.
We can laugh, ladies and gentlemen, because thank goodness there were no injuries to report here, right, Desmond? And we didn't have any crashes. These people are going to be taken into custody. So the chuckle there at the reference of Thelma and Louise, but, you know, appropriate. All right, Des, that's a code 4.
That
Thanks so
sure
much.
is.
We'll be right back after this.